I got a traffic infraction? What I did wrong?
I stopped you because you ran that red light. You didn't make a complete stop. That's a lie.
What you talking about? You must be out your mind. I sat there. Oh no, oh no.
I don't say
Oh
nothing.
no, oh no.
I don't say nothing, but you are lying.
No. You're not gonna get on this one. Call your supervisor. Call your supervisor.
How you doing, sir?
How you doing?
You want to speak to the supervisor?
Man, look. She right on the side of me. I blew at the horn for them people to go. They just sitting at the light. They turning. And then when I got to the light, I stopped. She right on the side of me, and she gonna say I ran the thing. Are you crazy?
That's a lie.
Are you crazy?
That is.
So, we'll give you that back. Y'all have a good day.
Thank you.
sir.
Thank you. I appreciate
more.
it.
What's going on, everybody? In today's video comes from AJ Art. It was filmed in Sulphur, Louisiana on June 7th, 2025. And this video isn't going to have a huge legalese breakdown. We're not going to be doing a lot of breaking down of traffic infractions and moving violations. This video is literally to showcase how you handle a traffic stop, both as a police officer and as a citizen. Now let me tell you something. Usually traffic stops between police officers and citizens don't play out like this. There's a natural butting of heads where the citizen is going to try and fight for their rights, and the cop is going to definitely try and assert their authority. And that's how this video played out. But you had a citizen, make that two citizens that weren't going to be subjected to tyranny, a power-tripping, ego-driven female cop that was definitely trying to exert her authority, and a supervisor that showed up to surprise us all. But the biggest surprise of this whole thing doesn't come towards the end of the video. It turns out that they weren't pulled over for a traffic infraction at all. This couple were filming someone else. That other person wasn't even a cop. And this unhinged female tyrant was so upset at the gall of these citizens to film anyone and anything that even though it wasn't her or another cop, she decided to pull them over. And she wound up paying for it. Let's jump into the video.
Let's go.
And before we jump into the video, let me give you a little bit of background about how this traffic stop started to begin with. They approach a flashing red light, which means you come to a complete stop and then you go. The cop is to the side, right next to the vehicle that we're seeing on screen. Another motorist is at the red light in front of this driver. Obviously, the guy in front of him is confused at it being a flashing red light and decides to sit it out. This driver gives him a beep. The motorist in front of him continues to move forward. This driver comes to a complete stop and continues on his way. The cop that was sitting off to the right the whole time then decides to pull them over because this driver ran a red light. And it's very clear that not only did this driver not run a red light, he and the female passenger in his car talked about how stupid the driver in front of them was for sitting at a flashing red light while there was a cop parked right there.
Hey,
Yeah.
you all right?
What you mean? I was telling the dude to go. He acted like he was scared to go. It wasn't on you. Oh, I got this. What's she tripping on?
I do not know. You should ask her why you stopped.
I don't know what she stopped me for. What traffic infraction? I got a traffic infraction? What I did wrong?
I stopped you because you ran that red light. You didn't make a complete stop. That's a lie.
What you talking about? You must be out your mind. I sat there. Oh no, oh no.
I don't say
Oh
nothing.
no, oh no.
I don't say nothing, but you are lying.
No. You're not gonna get on this one. Call your supervisor. Call your supervisor. Okay, wait for him to come around. Don't do that to me.
Are you serious?
Don't do that to me.
Now, like everyone else, police officers make mistakes. In fact, statistically, logistically, and historically, they make more mistakes than everybody else. And it has to be abundantly clear to this female police officer that she's made a mistake. You don't have to be a cop to read people. You can see the utter surprise and shock on this driver and this passenger's face. They know they didn't do anything wrong, and they're clearly arguing their point and demanding a supervisor. That's exactly what you want to do. What you don't want to do is do what this Sulphur, Louisiana female cop just did. She realized she was wrong, and instead of just owning it and letting them go on their way, she decided to double down, give them a citation, raise points on their insurance and license, and send them to court and lose time away from work when she knows that she's wrong.
I'm in the vehicle. I make sure.
We say the cop right there. You talking about him? You think I'm gonna just
and
go?
go?
Right there?
And here's the giveaway and the reason you know that this cop knows she screwed up. Cops are gonna argue their point all the way to Stubbornville. Even when they're wrong, there's no admitting they're wrong. They just need to walk away with a win. And a win for them is always a loss for you, and they don't care. They have no empathy. This lady cop is not even arguing anymore. Now she's about to say,
"You good? Better go look at it."
You better go look at that.
Cause Sulphur gonna have a lawsuit this time.
That's wrong.
I'm not finna go through this one.
So the female cop knows that this driver did not do the infraction that she originally said he did. The driver and the passenger are standing on their constitutional rights and they're battling back. She's starting to waver, she's on the ropes, and she admits that now she has to go look at her vehicle dash cam. Which means there's now no reasonable articulable suspicion that a moving violation has taken place. In fact, for there to be reasonable articulable suspicion or probable cause to believe that an infraction did take place, she must clarify her surety, go back and check the dash camera. If she's able to look at the dash cam and see that they did actually commit the moving violation she originally accused them of committing, then she'd have met the grounds to ask for his identification. But that moment of clarity where the cop was going to check the camera and maybe do the right thing goes right out the window. Because now she wants
my civil rights.
I ain't got no.
So you saying that I ran that light?
That's a
I'm
lie.
saying you barely stopped and you barely stopped and you barely stopped and
And here we go. Originally, when she approaches the vehicle, she tells the driver that the reason she's effected a traffic stop is because he committed a moving violation. That moving violation was he did not stop at a flashing red light before proceeding forward. Now, after she's getting lip service and getting completely owned by this driver and the passenger, now it's you barely stopped, which means you almost commit a crime. But if he almost commit a crime, it means he didn't commit a crime, which means she almost had probable cause to stop the vehicle, but now she doesn't. And she said that just after asking for his ID. She knew she had no lawful reason to ask for it. And now she's doing the good old feral hog backtrack.
No. You saying that I did not stop.
you were honking your horn at the man in front of
You right, I did that. Now you saying I did a run on. You saying that.
That's what you saying.
Yeah, you better go
That's
look at
what
that
you
camera
said.
first. I'm telling you.
Because that's a lie.
I was already recording
I
him.
don't say much,
So
but
go
that's
ahead
a
on.
lie. That's a lie.
Go ahead on.
That is a
Go do what you do.
lie.
Something's fishy here. There has to be another reason that she's pulling this vehicle over besides them not committing a crime. I wonder what it could be.
Why were you recording that old man? Why were you recording that old man? Why were you recording that old man?
And there it is. Cop literally pulls over a couple that did nothing wrong and broke no laws simply because they were recording somebody else. Not even her, not even a cop. Cop hates your camera so much that they, even if they see you pull it out, they're pulling you over.
Is that who
I could do what I want to do. I'm not answering them. I'm not answering no I'm not answering no more questions. You gonna write the ticket, write the ticket. I'm not answering no more questions. I'm quiet. Fifth Amendment. Fifth Amendment from here on.
That's a lie. Ma'am,
For what traffic infraction? What are you pulling me over for?
running that red light?
that's a
Okay.
lie.
You
That
good.
is a lie,
You good.
ma'am. Are you serious? Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's wrong.
Sorry ass motherfucker.
So now this female tyrant goes to plead her case with the supervisor that's been on scene for almost the entire traffic stop. And we're all on the edge of our seat wondering just how this is going to play out.
That's a lie. Nah, that's a lie.
Hello, how you doing, sir?
How you doing?
You want to speak to the supervisor?
Man, look. She right on the side of me. I blew at the horn for them people to go. They just sitting at the light, they turning. And then when I got to the light, I stopped. She right on the side of me, and she gonna say I ran the thing. Are you crazy?
That's a lie.
Are you crazy?
That is a
the
lie.
cop right there, and I'm just gonna do a run on to get a
run
ticket.
on right there in
I
front
didn't
of
do
the
that.
That's a lie.
I didn't do that.
That's
Say
a
again?
lie.
Where did this happen?
Right there. Right on the corner.
Right
Turning
on the
right.
corner.
On 90. She needs to stop, man.
So y'all are headed westbound on Highway 90, and y'all took a right.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes. And he stopped.
Exactly.
He stopped.
I'm sitting there talking about the other dude in front of me. I'm like, he's scared because a cop on the side of him to make a legal turn. And then I blew the horn. So, man, go. And then when I got there, I stopped. I'm going to tell him to just go and just run. That's some bullshit, bro.
That's a lie.
They ain't got to do this, man. They got to stop doing this like that, man.
Sir.
I take.
That's a lie.
It's difficult for me to hear two people talking at the same
Well, let
time.
me
You know
see.
what's going on.
I'm the pastor. That's a lie, sir. I don't know what she's talking about, but that's a lie. This is my vehicle. He's driving my vehicle, and and why would he do it in front of the cops?
You gotta
Why
be,
would he?
you
Why
gotta
would
be
he
a
do?
damn dummy to
Anybody
do
would do
something
that.
like that.
You
She's
have
lying.
to be a dumb motherfucker
She
to do
is
that.
lying,
She is
bro.
lying.
I don't never even get like this, but she lying.
Yeah, I don't even get like that, and she's lying.
Bro, I'm not trying to pay no money to Sulphur City for something I didn't do.
Relax for me, I'll be right back.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Review that video, sir. She says she got a video. She told me she has a video of me doing the run on. Go review that video.
So now this Sulphur City sergeant is headed back to the officer's patrol vehicle to review the dashcam footage. Let's see what he decides.
They need to get all them type people off the street.
So I was able to review her video, and unfortunately, I can't see.
Well, why she lying?
She's
Hold on.
so y'all are on the side of her.
Yes.
So what I'm telling you
Mm-hmm.
is, I can't see from that video. All I see is y'all coming out. So what I'm gonna do is, because she's telling me one thing, I can't see otherwise on the video. So I'm gonna give you that back. Y'all have a good day.
Thank you.
sir.
Thank you. I appreciate
Need more
it.
cops like you.
Now, the noticeable surprise on the driver's face when he gets his license back and he's free to go without any tickets or citations is very telling. He went from being very open about distrusting the police force and thinking that all the cops there should be off the street, to saying something like, "We need more cops like you." And that's because he wasn't expecting to walk out of there unscathed. He was almost certain that he was going to get some type of ticket or citation, even when he and the other cop knew he did nothing wrong. That's very indicative as to how dirty the Sulphur Police Department in Sulphur, Louisiana is. And I don't know that this sergeant did the right thing because it was the right thing to do, or if it was because this traffic stop got so escalated and so out of the other police officer's hands that he needed to do something to de-escalate it, because the last thing the small town of Sulphur needed was a viral YouTube video of a potentially racially motivated or First Amendment motivated traffic stop. And that was basically the case until I posted this video. But the moral to this story is that you need to advocate for yourself. Because if you don't advocate for yourself, if you don't help yourself, then no one is going to advocate for you and no one is going to help you. When your vehicle is stopped by a police officer, you are not subservient to them. They are not your daddy. They are not afforded extra modicums of respect. It just doesn't work like that. You don't have to keep your hands on the wheel. You don't have to keep your hands where they can see them. You don't have to live your life vicariously through or because of their officer safety. You're in your private property. Your Fourth Amendment right is being arrested. You now have the right to use your First Amendment right to defend your Fourth Amendment right and stand for what you believe in. And some of the time, you never know. You just might beat a dirty cop. And until next time, subscribe to AJ Art. His original channel and video link are in the description of this one. Tell him Accountability for All sent you and thank him for being brave enough to stand up to one dirty cop. And that's the reason I stopped you today.